Hello guys, welcome back to PyAI Hub. In the previous video, we understood what a database is. But before we can retrieve data using SQL, we need something very important. We need a table and a data inside that table. Okay, so in this video, we will go step by step and set up a table properly. Then we write our first select query. Okay, let's begin. First of all, I need to relocate it. I need to replace the location. My file resides in this location, so I use cd, place the directory, and then it's changed. Afterwards, I'm going to create a DuckDB file. So if we create a persistent DuckDB file, this means the data will saved between sessions. Okay. So for that, we need DuckDB, and afterwards, we need the file name. Here my file name is PyAI Hub Analytics.db. So you should really give the extension as .db. Okay. So this means our data will be saved inside the PyAI Hub Analytics. Okay, that place. So run this. Now our terminal is in live with DuckDB. Now we are going to create a table. Okay. So we need to create one. For that we use, as we last time we used create table. We can name the table as students, or we can name anything. Now I'm going students, and we need to also place the values we should reside or place it inside it. In the students table, we add student ID, which is in integer form, and name, which is text, then age, that's integer. After that, we add the city, that's also in text. So this much you already got it from the previous class. And as we run it create a table named students. So our students table is created now. What is our next step? Our next step is to insert the values into the table students. Now we can understand that we created the table. So students is our table name. Student ID, name, age, and city are our column names. Okay. So to insert the values into our table students, we need to add insert in view. Afterwards, we add the table name, that is students, and then add values. Place it in a parenthesis. Okay, there are 4 values. So 1, the name should be Arun, or anything you want. 21, and let's kept him in Chennai. End. Okay, we need some more values. I will provide all the values and show you. So as you see here, we added 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 values inside our students table. One is Meera, Arun, Rahul, and Ananya. They are the persons we added with their age, name, student ID, also their city. So this is our data now with rows and columns inside the table students. Now all the data is added into this. Okay. So we need to confirm whether it is saved as a file. Okay. For that, we can, what will we say in English to show the file? We just ask it, can you show me the table? Like that. We are not giving anything described way, but we are just asking show tables. Just understand, we are using tables here instead of table. So we don't know how many table or tables are there. So we always use the plural of that. And done. Now we get the students as the table name. And this confirms that our students table exists inside the database. Now we need to write our first query with select. For that, we can use select star from our student, the table name, that's students. Always remember, we need to place a semicolon at the end. Now we get the data. So, and now we finally use our select. The star symbol means select all the columns, and we run. Okay, so this retrieves all the rows and columns from the table. That's why we use the select with a star. Okay, we can limit our data visibility, or we can limit the number of data that it want to display. But currently it is a tiny file. We just use select star from students. Okay. Now, if you want to get the specific column, like if you want the city or just name age by specific, we can also retrieve that. How? We use another select statement. I mean the query. Select. We need to think what we need. If I need the name and their age, I use name comma age in between, and I will provide from where. So from the table name, that's our students. So here I provide the column names that I want to retrieve, and then we provide the table name, and at the end we use the colon, then run. So it only give the name and the age. Okay, so now you understand how it really works. Now we are selecting only specific columns, name and age, and this is the more efficient way and more practical in real world analysis. That's why we also teach it in our select part. Okay, so you can see the difference here. It's only retrieved the data name and age instead of the whole table. So to get the whole table, we use star. To get the specific columns, we just mention the column names in between select and from. Okay. So SQL is a declarative. Okay. That's how it say. Okay. And we don't tell the database how to find the data. You tell it what you want, and the database handles the rest. So here we asked, we want the name and the age from where we need it from the student's data. So it returned back what we asked for. So we tell database something and the database handle the rest. So today we learned, first we created a table. Yeah, here we created a table using create table query. Second, we insert data. Now you can see we insert data using insert into and provide values inside parentheses. Afterward, we use the word query select, which help us to retrieve data. So select retrieves data from specific table. That's where we want. Okay, we already provide the table name. So it retrieve data from the specified table. Okay, after that, we select all the columns using star. We get all the columns. Then we got we use comma in between to get one or more column names. Okay, so this is how our primary stage look like. In the next video, we will learn how to filter rows using the workflows so you can control exactly which data appears. Okay, so I hope it's a good class and you understand what is the use of select and where we can use it. Okay, so that's all for today. Thanks for listening and keep watching if you want to be good at SQL. Yeah, follow this with me, and it's so simple. So don't stop, grow. Okay, bye.